Hello. Today I will be reviewing the Antique Anatomy Tarot by Claire Goodchild. This is a very pretty deck. I think it would be redundant for me to refer to it as so aesthetic because that isn't really saying anything. So what I will say about this deck is that it is very committed to its aesthetic, which is like Victorian era medical drawings, basically. Yes, it's very committed to the aesthetic, which, yes, it's a very pretty and like very unique deck. So let's look at some of my favorite cards from the deck. So this is the Hanged Man card. I think part of the reason why I like it is just kind of like the sporadicness of the leaves. Also, this deck uses a lot of skeletons. I love the skeletons in this deck. I think they look really cool. Oh, and this is the Lover's card, which I think is just so beautiful. Love the flowers, love the heart. Yeah. This is the Wheel of Fortune. I think that different decks' takes on the Wheel of Fortune are always interesting, specifically because there are different liberties you can take with the various symbols. Here, the Claire Goodchild chose to represent like all of the suits in this deck, which in this deck, instead of being cups, pentacles, swords, wands, it's elixirs, rods, blades, and coins. So that's what we see represented here. I love the hands. That's another reason why this card appeals to me. This is the High Priestess. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one. It just looks pretty. I like the flowers. And this is Temperance. I really love this one. I don't know why. I don't know, something about like the mirror image of the hands and like the way the brain is positioned and like the contrasting colors of the flowers. It's nice. And this is Justice. I just like the brain and the heart combo. Very fitting and very nice. This is the Star. The flowers on this card, they just look very like innocent kind of, which corresponds with the meaning of the card well. Oh, and I really like the Empress and the Emperor in this deck. They're just so pretty. Very insightful commentary, I know. And since those were all major arcana, I wanted to take the liberty of showing off the minor arcana, which I already mentioned. The names of the suits are different. So this is the 7 of Blades, very nice. And this is the 10 of Coins, also very nice. And then this is the 4 of Rods. And I want to highlight the suit of Elixirs, aka the suit of Cups, because my favorite thing about this deck is how in all of the Elixirs cards, the labels of the elixirs on the card allude to the meaning of the card. Like here we see the 3 of elixirs or the 3 of cups, and where the elixirs in question are the joy tonic, the bliss elixir, and the love potion. And then for the 10, we see wisdom, bliss, harmony, dream, calming, happiness, passion, and love, and others that are covered, obviously. Oh, and then for the 5, you can see we have like cyanide pills and morphine are visible, and then hidden, this is another joy elixir, and this is a love potion that's like covered by the leaves. Oh, yes. And then for the 7 of elixirs, we can see they're all labeled with take 1 vial, do not mix. And yes, all of the elixirs cards, they all have some sort of like clever labeling to them. I'm just not showing all of them off because I don't want to reveal all of the deck's secrets. But I really appreciate that, both because it makes it easier for first-time readers to intuitively interpret the meaning of the card, and also because it shows such a good attention to detail, which I really appreciate. Yes, and on the subject of attention to detail, I wanted to discuss the guidebook. Something that I appreciate about the guidebook is the author talks about numerology, and like she goes into I can never say that word, numerological associations, like all the meanings of the numbers, sorry. And then she discusses like companion cards numerologically. And then she also discusses the astrological associations of the cards, and she also discusses elements and color. So this author clearly cares a lot about like the symbolism of the tarot, which is also evident in how she handles the cups cards. But yeah, so this is an author that cares a lot about like the symbolism of the tarot, and I think that shows just a lot of attention to detail, a lot of appreciation for like the art of tarot, and I think it's admirable. I think that's a good way to go about creating a deck, and it's a good way to get your readers interested in other associated things. Now, I do have to say, there aren't any reverse interpretations in this book, nor is there like anywhere in the beginning where it like discusses different ways to interpret reversals, which is interesting. Since everything in this deck, like everything else in this deck in this guidebook seems so intentional, I think it might just be that like Claire Goodchild just doesn't interpret reversals in her own readings, which I don't know, to each their own. And like I love interpreting reversals, so I guess like the lack of reverse interpretations here, like it is technically a drawback for me, but like it's a minor criticism. This is a really great deck, and like the interpretations that are there are like fairly thorough, also like keywords at the bottom. Yeah. Alrighty, well. Oh wait, no, not done yet. Haven't shown off the backs of the cards yet. So these cards do not look the same upright and reversed, which I just realized. I wonder if that is somehow connected to this author not having reversals in her guidebook. I don't know, but it's interesting, but like just occurred to me. Oh, but yes, these are the backs of the cards. I like how, this is really random, I like the color of the backs of these because they aren't too like loud in comparison to like the fronts of the cards. Like it's kind of like a subdued back, like it fits in with everything else about the deck. And I also like how the color on the back of the card, like it goes with the background color in all of the cards. Yes, I think that was a good choice, aesthetically speaking. But yes, that is all I have for you today about the Antique Anatomy Tarot. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.